fourth and final episode of Season 2, Tulsa Welding School's Top Welder. Let's see which one of these instructors takes home the cake. Okay, here we go. It's the fourth and final round. Scores have all been tallied. The placing has not changed, but this fourth round will be weighted. It'll be worth up to 3 times what each other round is worth. So you can still pull it out. It's anybody's game at this point. What we're making is a grill that will go into your receiver hitch because, again, it's tailgating season, so that's the theme. You've each got 90 minutes, just like the first 3 rounds. Let's see what you guys can build. Ready, set, weld. Currently, Team Phoenix is sitting 3rd. They need to win this round to have a chance at sitting first place whenever we walk out of here. Tulsa, they're sitting 2nd. They're obviously the front runner for knocking Houston out of the #1 spot. But the reason why that's significant is because this fourth round is weighted. It's worth 3 times as many points. So if they were to get first and they were to get 4th, they're winning the whole deal. How nervous are we, Doug?
Pretty nervous.
Really? You look nervous. One thing you may run short on is supplies.
We are short on supplies.
What are you going to do for expanded metal? Because you don't have much.
Oh, we got enough.
Oh, you do? Okay. They were kind of cut short on supplies in the last round too, but they made do and came out on top. Jacksonville, you guys feel like you got something to prove? No. No? You don't have anything to prove. You guys are great welders. You're just gonna do your deal. What is your deal?
My deal?
Yeah, the grill. How are you building it?
Well,
I'm not gonna tell anybody.
Plan is take a piece of pipe, got both ends, have it have dual exhaust, expanded metal between those two, bun warmer, grill, multifunctional.
I don't see it in my mind, but I trust you and I can't wait to see it. There's a lot going on here, but he doesn't have much time, so he's got to start cutting. Let's check out Phoenix. Everybody stepped it up in round 3. Unfortunately, for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place, Houston did too, so they're still winning. But this is a complicated build that they're going to have to make. So I feel like, unlike the fire pit, this one is anybody's game because at this point, supplies are super limited. We've only had a certain number of supplies for the whole day, all 4 rounds. Everybody's tired, so you've got to make do with what you've got and take your fatigue into factor. I'm nervous for every team because I'm about to throw the curveball at them in about 60 seconds, and I don't know if they're going to have the materials enough to just make it happen real smooth like. They're going to have to get creative. They got to find a place for each of these 3 tools to hang on their grill. Hey guys, here's your curveball. We need to find somewhere for these to hang.
Somewhere for these to hang?
Yes, sir. Arizona! We gotta find somewhere for these to hang off the grill. That's your curveball. Handle it! It's a problem, fix it. Tell us what you're thinking.
What would be interesting to see is how they incorporate a lid. If they're gonna be welding on ends and then cutting out an opening for a lid, and then how they're going to mount the actual barbecue body to the receiver head.
I mean, if it's not broke, why try to fix it? Looks like here they go bending more sheet iron.
I don't know if this is the lid or if this is the body for the barbecue, but like you mentioned, this is the only team that's not working with the pipe as the body, unless this is a lid and they're gonna pull the pipe out here and surprise us.
We don't have those 2 of them.
Well, we gave it away. We need at least a piece that's what? 18 inches, 20 inches long.
You know, you can really feel the intensity in the whole room. This is the 4th round. Everybody's really elevated their game. Even though they're a little bit tired, it's almost like they're just getting warmed up. You can tell that all these guys are experts in their craft, because if we were dealing with younger, inexperienced welders, they'd be done right now. They're dealing with less material. They're a little bit tired, but it's anybody's ball game since this 4th round is weighted. Am I surprised? No. Team Phoenix, 23 years. Team Jacksonville, 22 years. Team Tulsa, 27 years. Team Houston, 61 years of experience between the two of them. So they do great work, but they got to wear prescription lenses
we try real
in their welded
yeah,
helmets.
we're in the sea.
But you got to keep in mind, this is all happening in one day. So a normal welder would be pretty tired and making mistakes right now. I have a feeling once we line up these 4 projects, they're all still going to be pristine. It's going to come down to, can they finish it in 90 minutes? These guys use the angle grinder to cut their end caps, and it's really showing because of how clean this looks right here. Let's go over and see if Jacksonville's is the same, because they used a cutting torch. They look clean. The end caps look clean. Did you saddle that?
Yeah.
What? I did not see that coming. Did you poke a hole? Is that an exhaust? Check on Arizona. This is probably the biggest grill that we have. I wonder if they meant to make this like not a 90-degree angle. That's like 88 degrees, which I don't like because I'm a bull rider and I like to go 90, not 88. 3 of the teams had pipe to use for their grill. Houston didn't have enough materials to make their grill out of pipe, like a big pipe, which is what the other 3 teams are building them out of. It could work for them, it could work against them. They're definitely going to stand out because it's going to look different, but is it going to stand out in a good way? I mean, the ultimate goal is you got to cook your burger. Let me guess, did we cover up our little hole with this angle iron? They had a little hole on the side because they cut the end cap too small, but they don't have enough time, so they put it underneath the angle iron. No one will ever know, especially if Dale Brisby keeps his mouth shut. That's a nice cut, my man. Is that all you're gonna cut on it? Cinematic opportunity right here. The pipe is gonna pop. Except be careful. I'm gonna look over Elliot's shoulder. Woo! That wasn't that big of a pop, guys. I was looking for something a little more dramatic. These guys are moving fast. Good call. They're gonna use the deeper one to put the expanded metal in to act as the grill part, and the other one's gonna be the lid. Same thing I would have done. It's gonna be the only open face grill. But you know, when you're at a tailgate, it's fun to see the burgers cooking, you know? It just like makes the experience more whole when you can look around. If you see a closed grill, maybe there's burgers there, maybe there isn't. These guys' cutting torch abilities, that's what impresses me the most, I think. I was sad whenever I thought I wasn't gonna get to see y'all cut something. He's still cleaning it? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. At some point, you gotta ask yourself, am I putting lipstick on a pig? You know what I'm saying? What do you think, Tom?
Coming together, but I think they're definitely going to use all their 90 minutes this go around for sure. Everybody, you know.
And I think they all knew it when they started. They were moving, everybody's moving fast. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to connect these 2 pieces of pipe either to make it like, it's going to be, one of them's going to be a really big lid. But super smooth cuts with their cutting torch. This is the best cutting torch work in the whole room, I think. Not that my opinion matters, but it does. It's interesting, like they refuse to do subpar work. You know, in my mind, it's like, man, just hurry if you know that you might not make it, but they're not sacrificing any little step. They may not finish the project, but everything up to it is gonna be just perfect. I think in that case, you know, if you're completing a project for a client, that's good work, because the client needs to know, I'm not gonna do a bad job to meet your deadline. He's gonna go ahead and weld the handle on, then open it. Why not? Jacksonville, they cut their door off, then they're gonna put it on after. These guys made a cut, put the hinges on, then finished the cut. I guess that's what messed them up. I mean, they've probably done this before. I don't know. I'm just saying that's what Jacksonville did. It worked out for them. Here, you want some WD-40? This is the chalk he just used. See, it's flat. Flat like that right there. I was over there at Houston's table, and Doug, who's been doing this for 41 years, he sharpens his chalk so his line is narrower. That way there's less room for mistakes because his chalk doesn't have a blunt end. So when he has downtime, he's sharpening his chalk. Now all of a sudden his line's gonna be off, which isn't that big of a deal, except he's gonna have to grind, which will take him more time, and it's not gonna look as pretty as Doug. You see what I'm saying? See that line over there? The chalk is 1/8 of an inch thick. It matters, people, it matters. Let's look at their chalk. Nope. Very thick chalk. Those little blue cones sticking out of the cutting cord. You don't want them to touch the metal, but they can't get too far away from it either. It heats up the metal, and then the oxygen blasts through it to cut it. You gotta keep moving. If you camp out one spot too long, then it'll like get too hot. It'll make your hole too big. What do you see here?
I really like their design. I think these guys are really good fitters and everything. I'm just kind of concerned that they might not get it all together and mounted in 15 minutes, but.
Levi looks like he's wondering why you're doubting him. Let's look at Houston. Hey, we said that we're gonna be tailgating at basketball games. Why don't you throw together a basketball hoop real quick?
This is looking really nice. It's really curious. They're the only ones that didn't use a piece of pipe.
They're the only ones that didn't have enough pipe.
But you know, that might help them in the end, getting some creativity points, thinking outside the box.
Best I can figure, this deal on top is a bun warmer.
Is a what?
Bun warmer.
Oh, nice, okay.
Yeah, they're from Florida. For them, it's buns. In Texas, it's tortillas.
It's a different design. I'm wondering if it's gonna go into the hit sideways or straightaways. Well, I like this project because we finally get to see some real welding. Everything else has kind of been little 1-inch welds at a time. This is gonna actually show who can run a breed the best. Where's their other half? Aren't they missing?
I guess it's on the ground behind them.
That's gonna be hard for them to wrap it up in 12 minutes.
I hate to say I doubt them because they've done such a good job, but that's a lot of work left to do in 12 minutes. That is an interesting lid. I don't know that I've seen a lid like that. Getting down to the wire now. Everybody's still working, all 14. We got about 2 minutes left. Theirs is gonna be close. They're not gonna be done. Houston and Tulsa, I think, are gonna be done. Got about 30 seconds. That was gonna be really cool if y'all had about another 20 minutes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 4 is complete. It's time to do some judging. Team Houston showing up first, the only team that didn't use pipe. Why don't you tell us about it?
We weld enough pipe every day of our lives. We figure we'd do something a little different.
I really like the way you used the tubing to get the goalpost, incorporating that tailgating idea, and also provide the nice hanger for the utensils. You got all your corners welded up and you got them smoothed out. It's a nice grilling surface. I think you have a good depth as far as, you have room for your charcoal. And one potential concern would be the height of this. If it's on a typical truck receiver, it might be a little low, but at the same time, if you have a chair, you can potentially grill sitting down.
I like the idea of the handles. Definitely thinking outside the box on that and just not making it a cookie cutting, barbecue pit. The tubing in the back to make the goalpost, definitely a nice little touch. So yeah, very, very nice.
I think it's great how you guys kind of do the best you could with what you had, and even it shows your experience, just the little details of leaning the chipping hammer handles out. It makes it visually pleasing and it keeps your hands out of the way and everything. So I mean, little things like that are really cool to see.
Coming into this 4th round, you guys are the #1 spot, but this 4th round is weighted, so it's worth more points. We're gonna have to wait and find out who won this round to determine who's the overall winner, but right now you guys are looking good, so congratulations on a good day so far. Coming into round 4, we've got Team Phoenix. You guys have been sitting 3rd up until this point. Tell us just a little bit about your grill and your plans for it.
Well, our grill consists of a 10-inch pipe. Our original idea was to have a lid on it with some hinges. We took a lot of time prepping that 10-inch pipe. Came up with a quick little design for the grill, you know, a quick concept, you know what I mean? Make sure none of the ash gets out. But other than that, you know, we got the little holders for your utensils and stuff, and it's trailer hitch adaptable.
I think it's fairly simple design, which sometimes, you know, just keeping things simple is better than getting complicated. And I looked at your welds and they look pretty good. You guys didn't burn into the inside.
I would have liked to, you know, would have liked to seen a lid. I think that probably would have been the only thing that I, you know, would have probably critiqued it on, because I think the rest of it, I think you guys were on the money.
Your welds and your fit up were all done well, especially you know, where you joined your pipe to your support. I also like how it sticks out a little bit from the truck. You're not gonna accidentally bubble the paint or anything. You also did a really good job fitting up your grill frame with the flat bar. That was very well put together. It maybe could have been a little bit bigger to sit up higher, but you put it together very well and it would work very well the way it is, so good job.
Sitting 3rd place, this 4th round is weighted, so depending on how everybody falls, you could be bumped to 1st place. Good luck. Good luck, guys. Okay, Jacksonville, here we are in the 4th round, and you guys have been sitting in last place. You got something to prove. You've got some ground to make up. It's definitely possible. Looks like you did a great job with your grill. Tell us about some of the amenities. It looks like it's super creative.
Well, we got a bun warmer right here. We got all of our utensil holders up there. We got a hook, so if you want to take the lid off, you can hang it here. And it's a little bit taller so that when you put it on the hitch, it actually is going to be down more around where you would actually be working with it. And we've got dual exhaust, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it definitely helps, you know, when you really want that smoke rolling through there smoothly.
We're gonna roll coal.
I do like the idea that I didn't realize it was a bun warmer. I was thinking it was a shelf, you know, for whatever, you know, seasoning, but definitely, you know, multi-purpose for sure, you know. I guess when
you put a steak on there, keep it warm.
Right, but I do like the idea though that your exhaust or, you know, stack whatever, that you got 2 of them going there. That is a good idea. I didn't realize that until you just mentioned it.
You also nailed the height. That was something I was interested to see how it would be implemented, and you did that really well. It looked like maybe your fit up, the time got to you a little bit, particularly with this one end where you just didn't quite have enough time to round that out, but you put it together really well.
I think it's really creative and really shows that you guys have some different ideas. It's really neat. I mean, I think your welds could probably be a little smoother, but you guys were fighting the clock, so you just ran with it. And all in all, it's pretty neat.
Great job, Team Jacksonville. We're gonna wait and see where all the points fall, and hopefully you take away a win and bump yourselves up a few spots. Okay, Tulsa, coming into this 4th round, you guys are sitting 2nd. This weighted round, I think, could benefit y'all the most to bump yourselves up to #1.
Well, we kind of figured we'd build a little rack out here. That way you could set your stuff up here while you're cooking utensils. The inside, we kind of keep the heat off you, that chipping hammer. This square tubing, it's recessed in there, so whenever you get done, you get ready to clean it out, you can scrape the ashes out. They just fall out right here at the bottom.
Grinding discs on the side act as dampers.
Dampers on the side.
I love the ingenuity with the grinding discs and everything. That's cool. Your welds look pretty consistent and everything, but I would have kind of probably liked to see you not buff it all the way off the end just to see what it looked like. But yeah, it's really great. I like it.
A couple things that kind of caught my eye, of course, is having a lid on it, and then also being able to regulate your airflow and so forth. But then and then also your little clean out. I didn't realize that was open all the way. So to me, that's another advantage. That's another plus.
I agree. You know, you nailed the height. It's going to be just right when you put it in a truck receiver for grilling, and your most prominent welds here on the sides and on this tack look really good and consistent. You did buff the sides, you know, which Caity mentioned, but they're the same size all the way around, so your fit up is right. So that's definitely a plus. It contributes to a nice looking finished product.
Yeah, the only team to put a hinge on a door, actually. So that's really neat. Guys, you did a great job. Like I said, you're the ones that can benefit the most from winning this 4th round. So anxious to see how it compares to all the other grills. We're gonna do some tallying, then we're gonna come back in and announce the winner. Okay, it came down to the wire. It's the end of the day. We've made a bench, we've made a luggage rack, a fire pit, and a grill. It's been a long day for all of these teams, but through it all, everybody had great welds and made great projects. Coming into the 4th round, we had our team from Houston winning, but the 4th round is weighted, so it was anybody's ball game. And with a Hail Mary, our first place team is Tulsa. Great job, guys. Mr. Levi and Zoe, you guys came through with the grill and knocked it out of the park. A few words?
I thought Houston had us beat. They did some sharp work. I was impressed, very impressed.
You guys are the winners. Thanks for watching this season of Tulsa's Welding School's Top Welder. Tulsa, congratulations on taking home the win. And look out for the next season of Tulsa Welding School's Top Welder, because it just might be you in here running a bead. Well, that's a wrap on season 2. We made a lot of great stuff, ready to go tailgating, old son. Tulsa location took the cake. And look out, if you find yourself in or around one of those 4 locations, you might be on the next season of Top Welder, Tulsa Welding School.